Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride. Yeah. How amazing to have a challenge come up and it brings her in, and now fast forward a couple of years, everything you're experiencing is you and her building it together, following the path that your dad set originally for you guys. I think it's pretty cool.
Well, it's just amazing the growth that you've had since she came into the business, since you guys were like, we're doing this together. Like, you know, she said, I'm not going to work for you, I'll work with you. And you were like, okay, yeah, let's do this together. The explosion of growth that you guys have had is really something that is rare to see in such a short period of time. I mean, you went from one company to three, you know, your profitability has gone up. I mean, everything, it's really insane.
Well, I want to go back, Kyle, just for a second, because we started talking a little bit about your self-image, and you were a baseball player. You kind of got beat up and had an identity crisis, and then you stepped in, you know, before the growth happened. And what I see today in your world is a reflection of you. So do you mind sharing? And I know you had that meditation you shared with me, if you're okay, just talking about like what paradigms did you have about self and how have you changed those to get the world and the business to show up the way it is for you today?
So the biggest paradigm I've always had was I've identified my entire life as a baseball player. And that was my identity. So I definitely had a self-identity crisis once I was done with baseball. And I definitely did a really good job at putting a mask over it and pretending like it didn't bother me. But it did. And Becca, you know, she sees right through everything. So, you know, once we moved in together, she saw right through all my bullshit. And she was just like, Kyle, you are not an athlete anymore. Like, you need to get past this. Because it was like a cycle. Every year during June, I would start getting down because it was right around the time when I got drafted. So seeing the draft happen brought back all these memories, and none of them were good. So it took me a really long time to get past the idea that I needed to be a baseball player to be successful. And realistically, it wasn't until recently that I feel like I've actually gotten past it, where I've realized that I didn't actually live life to be a baseball player. I've lived life to be a good leader and to lead a team. And I found a lot of passion and happiness since I've stepped away from selling now in leading my team. And that's really helped out a lot for me, because leading is outside of work. It's leading your family. It's setting a good example for your kids. It's being a good member of the community. Leadership can stretch across all forms of life. So it's not just a single purpose thing.
Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride.